I see you've got the net today. I'm sorry I won't be able to run logger. I'm a short timer. I'm just going to be in and out there. Over.
No, I understand. I was aware that was going to happen. I wonder if Dale could do it. I don't remember if he spun up on NetLogger or not.
Yeah, this W5OG, I am, Lee, there's a POTUS station that came in on the frequency here. I don't know, and I couldn't get, I called him, but he didn't come back. I've got the antenna the other way. Anyway, I'll be glad to do the net logging for you there, Lee, W5OG.
Oh, Dale, that'd be terrific if you could. Thank you. And I'll let you go ahead and take that over, and you and John can. I know John's going to be short timer today, but I'll go ahead and let you guys set that up, and I'll just stand by here for the net when it's time. W5OG N5B.
Yeah, finally, the POTUS station. Are you hearing me? Whiskey 5 Oscar Golf. Well, I don't get. Maybe they moved off. I don't know. Anyway, W5OG. I'll be doing the net logging, and the Air Force's Flyers Club net will begin in about 13 minutes.
Buddy, K4YDB. Good signals here. Better than yesterday.
Yeah,
hey, good morning, Bob.
Good morning. I heard Charlie.
Yeah, I got hit with Jack not feeling well this morning. And I was expecting that because he didn't sound too good yesterday. So I'll take the net today, Bob. K1BOB N5B.
Okay, I didn't hear that. Very good, and appreciate you doing that, Leon, and Dale for taking over NetLogger. That's a little bit too much to ask, even Lee. Anyway, I'll stand by for Don. If he pops up for us today, I'm happy to get him. And other than that, I'm going to try to track down that. I don't know where he's at. I heard him strong, the POTUS station there. I'll see if I can get to him. Yeah, good morning, Bob. K1BOB, you're 20 over. Good morning, Dale. You're 10 over. And good morning, Lee again. You're about 10 over. WA6LJS standing by for the Flyers net. Yeah, Lee, Charlie's hollering at you there.
K4YDB N5B. Were you calling me, Charlie? That was my question that I gave to him, so let's go with it. Thank you, Charlie. Appreciate it. This is November 5, Bravo Echo. Net control for the Air Force's Flyers Club net. We'll be starting the net at the top of the hour in 10 minutes. November 5, Bravo Echo.
Yeah, low test. W5OG.
WA6LJS standing by for the Flyers net, top of the hour.
Good signal this morning, John. WA6LJS, W5ABI.
Yeah, you too, Joe. Everybody's coming in over 9 this morning. You're about 5 over. W5ABI, WA6LJS.
Yeah, WA6LJS, W5ABI. Thanks for the report, John. W5ABI standing by for net.
Well, W5ABI, W5PIX. Well, Joe, you just hit me 3 over down here in San Antonio area, so it's W5PIX.
W5PIX, W5ABI. Good signal here, Cliff. W5ABI standing by for net.
Roger, that's what we're doing. And hopefully everybody will be happy. Oh, man, I'm happy. I didn't get sprayed last night. I walked out of my shack here, and underneath the bird feeder was 2 skunks. And they just walked off as I walked off, so we were both happy there, over.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay. Okay, Cliff. Thanks for the signal report. W5ABI standing by for net.
W5PIX, WA6LJS. I'm pretty sure you're not Mobile. You're a good S9, Cliff.
Well, you've got a good perception there, John. I am not Mobile. I am here on the home QTH, and we're on the vertical right now, and I don't know, probably hitting about 400 or 500 watts out there, over.
Roger, roger. Yeah, it's vertical to hex beam. It works out good. But yeah, you're a good solid 9, maybe a little bit better than 9. Very good. I'll be standing by. I'm a short timer today. WA6LJS standing by for the Flyers.
All righty, John. Well, when you go to church, you say a couple of Hail Marys for all of us there also there, over. All right, we're going to have a little competition from the old mic net there on the 2, 9, or 5 there, because they get fired up too, and they start at the top of the hour also. So it's going to be maybe a little bit of a challenge, but anyway, so just letting you know there, Lee. This is November 5, Bravo, Echo, net control for the Air Force's Flyers Club net. The net will be starting in 3 minutes. N5BE.
the frequency is in use. There'll be a net starting in about 1 minute. W5OG, thank you.
Well, good morning, everyone. This is your surprise net controller for the Air Force's Flyers Club net. Jack, who has the net on Sunday, is not feeling well, and he asked me to fill in for him. I was delighted to do so, and thank you, Dale, for picking up the net logger duties. I really, and you and John, I really appreciate it. All right, let's get going. The Air Force's Flyers Club is a membership of active duty, retired, and veteran military personnel from all branches of the armed forces. We served in some form of aviation, including aircrew, ground crew, air traffic control, and other supportive personnel, and we have a common bond of being licensed amateur radio operators. Our purpose is to promote fellowship between these radio amateurs who devoted a portion of their lives to support the mission of our air forces. We welcome visitors. You don't need to be in aviation. You don't need to have any military experience. We welcome everyone to the net. If you're interested in the net, we have a website. It's airforcesflyersclub.org. You can look that up, and if you feel that you're eligible to join as a member, there's a membership application there. We operate a control net, meeting daily on this frequency at this time at 1500 Zulu. It says if you wish to contact net control, do so by calling the following where appropriate: check-in, contact, info, or relay. We also can be found on Echolink. There's a node, conference node at AFFC, and we also are having our broadcast simulcast on YouTube by K4YDB. If you look up his call on YouTube, you'll find that the net is being streamed on there. It's a wonderful tool for us. And the question of the day is on there as well. So I'm going to go down the list of who we have. Looks like it's going to be a short list today. So maybe we can have a little bit more talking amongst us. And so I'm going to go down the list, and then we'll ask for any more short timers. John's a short timer. I know he's got to go. So let's go down the list. Right now, here's the ones I have on NetLogger, and I am going to use NetLogger to call various stations. First one up is WA6LJS, John in California. Again, thanks, John, for helping out today. Next, W5PIX, who was very strong on Georgia SDR. Good morning, Cliff. Talked to you earlier. W5OG, Dale, who's back home in the heat, and is picking up NetLogger for us today. Thank you, Dale. KF7GJO, our Army Air Traffic Controller out there in Sparks, Nevada. Good morning, Carl. Next up, our Commander K1BOB, Bob in Idaho. Good morning again, Bob, and thanks for your support. Next up, K4YDB, Charlie, who's running our live stream over on YouTube. Thank you, Charlie, for that. Next up, Joe, W5ABI. Good morning, Joe. Always strong signal out of New Mexico with that hex beam. Brian, WB5DRI, yesterday's net control. Good morning, Brian. KQ6E, Mike, out there in Anthem, Arizona. Good morning, Mike. And last on the list is KS5KY, Chris in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Good morning, Chris. And I see we've got a new one, a visitor, KC0LKV. I think that's Andy in Missouri. So do we have any other short timers that need to be at the top of the list?
Kilo 3 Kilo Charlie Bravo portable stroke 0.
Checking K30 RFA. Over.
Dale, there was a Kilo 3 in there. Did you get him? W5OG and 5B.
Yeah, I'm having trouble with my SDR there, Lee. I didn't respond. I'm sorry. I did get. I see that WD6 Charlie Whiskey Echo is in there. I'll get him on there. And also, I heard Mo KD0 RSA from Nebraska. And what was your question, Lee? Go ahead.
Yeah, there was another call out there, I think it was a K3, I'm not sure, or KC3. Could you call again, please?
Yeah, who was the K3, the 3 station there? I think it was portable. I didn't hear that part. Whiskey 5 Oscar Golf. Call again.
Yes, it's Kilo 3 Kilo Charlie Bravo K3 KCB. Kilo 3 Kilo Charlie Bravo stroke 0. Portable in Aurora, Colorado.
And what was your name?
Kurt, Kilo Uniform Romeo Tango, sir.
Okay, Kurt, we got it all. K3 KCB, portable in Aurora, Colorado, and his name is Kurt, Kilo Uniform Romeo Tango. I'll get all that on that logger here just shortly. Did you get all that, Lee? Back to net, W5OG.
Yeah, I got that, Dale. Thank you. W5OG and 5B. Okay, I'm gonna shut the SDR off here for now. That is annoying in the background. All right, I do have a question of the day, and I picked this question because of Bob's question on Thursday, and I thought that was such a good question because we all pretty much know our World War II history, we know our airplanes, but there are events that took place that were not in the mainstream of World War II or Air Force history, but nevertheless did happen, and in some cases a lot of valor was shown in very trying circumstances. But because the war was in a bad shape for us back then, not a lot of this got publicized. So with that in mind, that's how I came up with today's question. And I want to say up front, I don't expect everyone to know the answers here, but I thought it was important to point these two things out, because there were people that fought with great courage with very little at the beginning of the war, and I wanted to give them the respect they're due. So I guess consider this a moment in history, and maybe you'll hear something you've never heard before. So let's go with the question. The 1930s has been called the golden era of aviation in the United States. That period saw many advancements in design and performance. Which aircraft from that era saw combat in the opening stages of World War II for the United States Army Air Force? And here are your potential answers. A, the Boeing P-12 Echo. A, the Boeing P-12 Echo. Bravo, the Grumman F-3F Bravo. Bravo, the Grumman F-3F Bravo. Charlie, the Curtiss P-6E. Charlie, the Curtiss P-6E, and Delta, the Boeing P-26A. Delta, the Boeing P-26A. The bonus question, the Douglas B-23 Dragon was a design that came from the latter part of the Golden Era. It was a light to medium bomber that was an attempt to improve upon the Douglas B-10 Bolo. What mission did this aircraft serve during World War II? A. Saw combat in the Philippines and later as an anti-submarine warfare in Panama. A. Saw combat in the Philippines and later as a ASW platform in Panama. Bravo. Never saw active service and were dismantled for parts. Bravo. Never saw active service and were dismantled for parts. C. Used as ground targets at the Tonopah Gunnery Range. C. Used as ground targets at the Tonopah Gunnery Range. And Delta became a utility aircraft for VIP transport, training, and target towing. D. Became a utility aircraft for VIP transport, training, and target towing. Does anyone need a repeat of the question? Okay, with that, let's start down the list. WA6LJS, good morning again, John. You're up for the Flyers, N5BE.
Okay, thank you, Leon. This is WA6LJS. Good morning to the net. Good conditions on the West Coast today. Everybody is at least S8 or better, and you're 10 to 15 over, and Dale was strong, so was the commander. Commander was 20 over this morning before the net started. Anyway, let's see, it's 57 degrees here today, kind of cool morning. When I took the dog out this morning, it was a lot cooler than it's been. And we've got clear blue skies, plenty of sun, so it's going to be probably a very nice day today. Answer to the questions. Well, kind of a tricky one. I think that it was for the first question, I think it was a Boeing aircraft, and and I think your only Boeings are the P-12 and the P-26, so I'm going to choose A, the P-12E, the P-12 is the first question, answer, and the other question I don't know, so I'm going to Charlie out and say that it was used for ground targets. So put me down for AC, Alpha Charlie. And thanks very much for picking up the net for Jack. I hope Jack's feeling better real quick. And we'll catch you guys tomorrow when Bob has the net. So 73s, have a good one, and we'll see you then. N5BE, WA6LJS.
Okay, John, thank you. Alpha and Charlie for you, and I really hope Jack feels better. Boy, he sounded bad this morning. He sounded worse than he did yesterday. So, all right, John, we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, Alpha Charlie. We got it down. All right, I'm going to need the SDR for Cliff. W5PIX, N5B, you're up, Cliff. Good morning again.
Well, good morning, Lee, and all the Flyers. It's W5PIX here in Bull Verde, Texas. And, boy, I tell you what, I'm sitting here reading this. I have not a clue on both questions there. So, boy, I tell you what, good ones. But then again, though, good Army Air Force. Okay, I misread that, but because I knew it. I think I'm going to start a lemming line. I'm going to go with John, Alpha, and Charlie also. But I really don't have a clue. I was looking at that one that Douglas built there and turned it into commercial flying as a bomber, the B-26 Alpha. But I don't remember it ever being used in anything. But it's just just golly, the P12. I'm not up on aviation, I can tell you that much. I almost would say Charlie. That's what I'm gonna do. That's it. Charlie. Put me down for Charlie. This is W5PIX back to N5BE, and one of these days I'll get up there in time to holler at you on 2 meters. Anyways, back to you, Lee. W5PIX forward.
Okay, Cliff. Charlie. I learned something every day on this net, and I learned something yesterday from that question, from Brian's question. So, we learn from each other. So we got you down, Cliff, Charlie, and we'll see how that turns out. All right, next up, W5OG, and I'll need the SDR for him. He's way too close. So good morning again, Dale, my neighbor to the east, and thanks again for picking up that logger.
Okay, Lee. Well, mighty fine. Let me turn down this SDR here. I'm having to I'm trying to adapt to a different environment here because we had a problem when we did arrive at home uneventfully yesterday afternoon. No worries from Wichita, Kansas. And while I'm mentioning Wichita, I did get to see the Blue Angels perform. They're sitting at the campground. They were about 2 miles away, where it's one of the fields where the Cessna factory is that they were performing over. This was on. I don't know whether it was the arrival show or a practice session, but anyway, it was a thrill. I just sat there in my lawn chair in the shade and got to watch the whole show. Let's see. So anyway, we got on home here yesterday afternoon, and then something happened, and I couldn't get out the front door, the regular front door of the motorhome. It was locked, of course, when we were driving, and then, of course, when you park, it's supposed to go unlocked, and you flip a little button down, and the door handle pulls up, and you can open the door. Well, when I did all that, the door was locked, and I could not, no matter how much pressure I put on it, I was afraid I'd break the pin or something, but I did ultimately put quite a bit of force on it. Couldn't get the thing open. So anyway, I rocked the coach using the jacks and tried to see if maybe it had wedged in there or something, and I ended up driving it, put it back in the coach house, and fortunately on this motorhome there is an emergency exit in the back. So I had to get my granddaughter to come over and pull a ladder up to because you have to drop down to the ground, and it's much more convenient to have a ladder. So we did that, and then any unloading that we had to do was by the means of that back entrance and a ladder, which was very inconvenient. So anyway, I've got a big problem trying to figure out what in the world's wrong with the front door. I've never seen that happen before. We've had 4 motorhomes, and I've heard of it happening, so it's not. Apparently, it does happen, but we sure got locked in. And fortunately, with the Newmar motorhomes, they do have an emergency exit, and we use that to egress the motorhome last night. Anyway, we're back home. I didn't get everything, and I don't have a laptop to be able to use the SDRs. I'm kind of making do here, but I'll follow along on NetLogger as best I can. There, back you up there, Lee. And let's see. As far as the question, I really don't have any idea. Of course, I know that whatever I've gleaned is just as far as aviation history has mostly come from this acquaintance with this net. So, but I'm going to guess Delta and Delta. It seems logical to me. I kind of agree with John. I think he said it was either it was one of the Boeing aircraft, he thought. So I'm going to go with the other one. He picked Alpha, I'll pick Delta. And I think that was a twin-engine aircraft, if I recall correctly, and I'm just going to guess Delta for the bonus question there. And I'll try to keep up with you. I'll put down Delta, and I think Mike WW5ENZ is aboard also, and he is helping with those net logger duties. So thank you, Mike. Back to you, Lee, N5BE W5OG.
Yeah, W5OG N5B. I can see it now, Dale. Your motorhome computer has took over and said, Dale, what are you doing, Dale? You ought to name your motorhome Hal, because Hal's taken over. So anyway, I'm glad you got out safely. Boy, that could be unnerving. So all right, next up, Carl out in California. Carl, I almost did a basic training story today just for you, but I got the net Wednesday, I think, so I'm going to save it for Wednesday. K7GJO N5B. Good morning. Good morning, Carl.
Good morning, Lee. And the crew. You're not allowed to have fun when you're net director in my eyes. So far, you've made it very interesting. If you're listening, I hope to get better real soon, fella. You got lots of my books to read. Dale, I'm just trying to think of what your motorhome looked like when we had the reunion there at the White River back in 2018. And so I'm going to presume you do not have a driver's door on that. I had heard of that happening also. Excuse me. I've heard of that happening, and I don't know, just one of those ports that I've got on my motorhome. I'll set the deadbolt, but I never lock the regular door lock mechanism. I only use the deadbolt lock on mine. And yeah, it has a window back in the bedroom that you can open to climb out. And you've got a pretty big Class A like mine, and that's a long drop to the ground if you don't have a ladder to climb on. Oh, yeah, kind of interesting. And what else was I going to comment and forgot about? But anyway, yeah, good net this morning. Not a lot of people signed up, but a good one nonetheless. I'll send it back to you, Lee. And I'll be looking forward to that basic training story. We had some fun back then. Oh, I remember one thing that I was doing some research on the book I'm working on right now, and I pulled up some of the Army websites to see what the criteria was for air traffic controlling. And would you believe that you can, I'm not sure how they do the practical exercises, but you can take the whole air traffic control school online with the Army. Yeah, I was half tempted to sign up just so I could take a look at how it works. Okay, so back to you, Lee. N5BE7, GJO.
Okay, Carl, very good. Well, I've got something that you could probably use as a story. It's not basic training, but I don't want to talk about it on here until I clear it with Bob. So I may send Bob a secret email to see if he would let me tell that story. It's a true story, I know, because I was there, and it happened to me. But I think you could use it in one of your books. I'll sign a waiver. You can use it. So, all right, Carl, thank you. Bob, K1BOB, boy, you were pretty strong earlier. Good morning again, Bob. You're up, N5BE.
Yeah, very good, Leon. You're S9, a little bit over. John was S10 earlier. Dale's very strong. And welcome home there, Dale, to you. Sorry about your issues. There's always something when you have a yacht. You're lucky the last one just sank off the coast of Sicily with a downdraft, apparently. Sank a huge, 75-meter long sailboat a millionaire owned, and killed him, his daughter, I think his wife too. They were all stuck inside. It tipped over probably due to crew. They should have had him in life jackets on deck, they say, when something like that happened, and it was in the weather forecast. So, yeah, listen to your weather, man. It gets more important the worse the weather gets. Anyway, that's from my flying experience, and always go around thunder boomers. Okay, well, that's a very interesting question. This caught me by surprise here. First question, the only one I really recognize is the B-25A. I think that was in quote, whatever the golden ages are, the beginning of the war, I guess. So that sounds like a good answer to me. So I'll go with what the vice commander says there, Delta on the first one. Second one, you got me going in circles. There's Tonopah Test, which is an active duty base I've been to. I've spent a week on the ground there and flown to it and done all sorts of stuff. I don't remember the gunnery range. I think it's north of the active Air Force base where the stealth fighters were put. And but you got me going on that. I guess Tonopah, you must be referring to the old Tonopah Army Air Force field there back in World War II, which is a ghost town now. I think that must be north of the active Tonopah test now. I don't know. Well, the only thing I know about the what aircraft we talked about, the B-23 Dragon, I heard a little bit of it. I don't think it did any active bombing, which it was designed for. I think the only thing it did were some east or west coast patrols. That said, the only other thing, I think they just didn't use it. Other stuff came along, and they probably resorted to using it as a transport. I don't know if they used it as a VIP or training. It makes sense you could use that for target towing. You got me on that. I'm torn between C and D. I never heard of it being used as targets. We normally don't shoot big targets with a strafing range or a bombing range. Don't think I've ever seen them. Tanks and like MiG-sized stuff we used to get as targets quite a bit up there on in the Tonopah ranges. So I'm gonna go with Dale. I think I'll say D might be the closest answer. I don't know. Okay, yeah, I'll go with D. So put me down for, what did I say, Charlie? Delta, double D's. There we go. Lee, thank you very much for taking up the net. John, thanks for taking
the net in progress on this frequency, if you're hearing me, W5OG.
Eat it in there without having to resort to paper this morning. So thanks again, and yeah, send me your super secret question. I'm cleared up to secret compartmentalized information here. K4YDB, back to N5BE. Thanks, Lee.
Yeah, hey Bob. One of the happiest days of my career is when I signed away all my collateral, compartmentalized programs, and I got away from that. Boy, that was a great day. I had a friend, a World War II guy, who was stationed at Tonopah. He was a P-39 crew chief, and they were working up P-39s to go to Europe, and somewhere along the line, they ended up with P-51s. Oh boy, they were happy about that. So, but he was at Tonopah back in the day. So we can talk about that maybe someday. All right, next up, Delta. DDs, you can't go wrong with double Ds, can you? K4YDB, N5BE, cracking myself up here. Your turn, Charlie.
N5BE, K4YDB. Morning, everybody. Morning. All you guys are making me crack up over here. With you got Cliff out there chasing skunks and and Dale gets locked out of his camper. And I mean, locked in his camper. I've been locked out, but never locked in before. But I hope everybody's having a good morning. Right now it's about 82 degrees here. Last night we got down. Well, this morning when I got up, it was 59 degrees outside. And now we're supposed to get up to 91 today. So that's gonna be a big shift. So right now I'm dressed for the 91. So anyway, good net today so far. I certainly have enjoyed it. As far as the question goes, well, I don't think I can answer it because Lee, I think you sent me the answers. If those are the ones that are marked in red, then I got the answers, so I won't answer them. But not a lot else going to go on over here. I'll probably get my lawnmower out and mow grass a little bit today. I'm still having uh, to move, help my friend's wife out getting back and forth to the hospital and things like that. So I got to stay near the phone. But anyway, I'll go ahead and turn it back to you. N5BE K4YDB. I'm back to that.
Oh, okay, Charlie. Well, thank you for being an honorable man. Oh, yeah, I did put them in red, didn't I? All right, very good. Yeah, I don't have a motorhome, so I don't have any motorhome stories. But I like listening to everyone else's. All right, Joe out there in Las Cruces, W5ABI. Good morning, Joe. Your turn on the Flyers net.
Yeah, N5BE W5ABI. Good morning, Lee, and the rest of the Flyers. You got a good signal here this morning, Lee. You're pushing close to 20 over, so conditions are really good. I haven't had to use the SDR for anyone this morning, so hopefully it'll hold up. Nice day here in Las Cruces, about 80, supposed to go up to 99. A little bit of clouds, no wind, so we'll take it. Anyhow, oh boy, this question. You know, I really don't know the answers, but I'll just go with Delta and take a chance. And we'll be here at the bottom. Thanks again for running the net. N5BE W5ABI.
All right, Joe, got you down for Delta. Do I sense a line starting to form there, possibly? Well, we'll see. You know, you never know. You know, there may be some chicanery here, maybe not. All right, and now I will make the SDR for Brian. WB5DRI, N5B. Good morning, Brian. Your turn.
Yeah, N5BE, WB5DRI. Well, good morning, Lee. And good morning to all the Flyers and to the net. And thanks for taking the net for Jack there, Lee. Appreciate you doing that. Hope he gets feeling better soon. Let's see, it's going to be a little bit cooler down here in San Antonio today. We're only going to be 98 for the high, so we're basking in some cooler weather. Anyway, hope everybody is having a good day out there. It's good to hear everybody. The station, the K4YDB, Kurt, it's good to hear him in here again. He was on my net yesterday, so from Colorado there, so it's good to have him back in here with us. On your question there, Lee, I have no idea at all. So I don't know what exactly how to answer this. So I'll just follow the lemming line over the cliff there and go with Delta and see how that comes out. But I don't think that's the right answer, but I don't know what the right answer is. But good question, and I'll turn it back to you, Lee. I should be here to the bottom. N5BE, WB5DRI, back to net. Good morning, everybody.
Yeah, WB5DRI, N5BE. Yeah, when we get to the answer, I'll provide a little bit of historical context here and some personal experience with one of these airplanes. So we'll talk about that. All right, next up, Mike out there in God's country there in Anthem, Arizona, KQ6E. Your turn, Mike, on the Flyers net. Good morning.
Frequency is in use, the net in progress.
Usual this time of day, anyway. We haven't seen much monsoon activity this year. They got hammered to the east of us this week, but San Francisco here and Anthem and the Phoenix area. So can't complain too much, but it's only going to go up to 98 today. A cool day in the summer, but we're looking forward to another month, and then the heat drops off, and we get into our regular wonderful weather for the next 10 months. So can't complain. But other than that, just some honeydews around here. Got to go work on that, do my pool stuff this morning, and have some acids and stuff in it. But other than that, not much going on. And on the question, interesting. My good friend Tom Webster, his father and Glenn Curtis were in business together at the end of World War II. So I saw the Curtis PAD in there, trying to jingle that one. But I'm going to go with a good GI designation. Let's say a double D, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to go with the Boeing B-26. I think that's the latest in the line there, so I'll go with that. And then they have a B-23 down at the Pima Air Museum, which I've seen. So I'm going to go with that one. So we'll see. I think it hung around for quite a while afterwards, even though it was replaced with others during the war. So we'll see what happens. So N5BE in the group, KQ-680.
All right, Tom, we got you down for Delta Delta. So the line is firming up. So very good. All right, next up, Chris out there in Bowling Green, KS5KY. Good morning, Chris. You're up for the Flyers, N5BE. Okay, Chris, we got you down. Delta Delta, and yeah, we'll talk about this one. I know this is probably out of the mainstream of it, what everyone remembers about World War II. So we'll touch on that. All right, very good. Next up, our first visitor. Let's see if he's still there. KC0LKV Andy in Missouri. Your turn, Andy, on the Flyers net, N5BE. Okay, I'm not hearing anything. Anyone else picking him up?
KC0LKV, I think it's Andrea. Are you there? This is W5OG Relay for Net Control. Lee, I think she's checked in with us before, but I don't hear her this morning. W5OG.
Okay. All right. Well, let's mark him not heard, and we can check him on the 73 round. All right. Next up is Mo. KD0RSA. Good morning, Mo. Your turn on Full Flyers. N5BE. Okay, Mo, boy, you got a strong signal direct with me, so very nice. I got everything. You're a good 5'8" with me here, so yeah. Good morning. I do hope Jack feels better. He really sounded bad this morning, so hopefully he's going to get better. All right, break with you, Mo, and let's go to our portable visitor, K4YDB stroke 0. You're up for the Air Force's Flyers Net, N5BE.
K4YDB, WW5ENZ relay. You're up, Kurt.
Yeah, I'm not hearing anything, and maybe he had something else he had to go do. Okay, let's mark him not heard, and let's move on. WW5ENZ, good morning, Mike. And thanks for coming on board. Boy, I was getting a little antsy there about doing net logger and net controls, so thanks to you, Dale, and John. Your turn, Mike, N5BE.
Okay, N5BE, WW5ENZ. Yeah, I had to warm up the rig there on the previous one and see if I gave him a call, but I had no answer. Anyway, it's been a pretty good day. I was a little late out here. I had a couple of things I had to finish up in the house. And, Dale really kicked off a memory for me there when he was talking about his motorhome. I went TDY to Warner Robins in a motorhome. I had it was a Class A, and it had a driver's door and a side door, whatever. And I was TDY there, and my wife went with me, and of course and then we had the dogs that were with us too. So, and then I went TDY from a TDY. I had to go up to Right Pad to brief the commander up there, AFMC commander, and that was kind of funny because I didn't ever do a TDY from a TDY. But anyway, I was up there, and then I called my wife that evening, and she said that when she went to take the dogs for a walk, the door slammed behind her and locked her out. And she had to call a locksmith out there, and she called me, and I said, "Oh man, that's terrible." And I said, "Well, why didn't you just use the driver's door?" And she goes, "Oh my gosh." So she went around and checked the driver's door, and it was open. So, I don't know. It's a crazy world out there. But anyway, a locksmith made some bucks opening the side door on the motorhome. Anyway, see, it's about 86 here in Oklahoma. It's pretty nice. And as far as the question goes, let's see. It's a pretty good one. Of course, Lee always comes up with pretty good ones. And I'm thinking the first one is a wild ass, a wag for me, right? And so I think I'll go with D, which is a lot of other folks are doing, and so that makes sense. And the second question, I think I remember Pan Am buying a bunch of those and fitting them out into transport airplanes, and I think they went on for quite a while afterwards. So I'm gonna go with D on the second one too. So I guess it does come out to double D. So I'm automatically in the lemming line. That's cool though. All right, I'm gonna say I'll be here to the bottom and trying to maintain here with you on the net logger. But so far you guys have been on top of it. All I'm doing is just kind of looking at it. So take care, and I'll catch you on the 73 round. WW5ENZ back to net N5BE.
Okay, Mike, very well, and got you down for Delta Delta. The line has gone from jello to cement. So, yeah, I was watching a British detective series, and they were trying to get through this door, and they were, getting ready for the battering ram, and getting ready to knock this door down, and some wise guy detective comes over, just turns the door handle, and the door opens. So yeah, I can see that happening on a motorhome. All right, let's go to another visitor. I think we've seen him before, Ron. NX6RAM. Boy, I like that call sign. Well done, Ron. So, your turn for the Flyers net. Go ahead, Ron, N5BE.
Thank you. I really have no traffic today. I'm trying to help my wife on the flying clean out the rain gutters, and it's 95 outside. So I'm sorry, guys, but I'm in and out unless anybody wants to do a QSO.
Okay, Ron. Well, we know all about that. I was half expecting to have to run out of here to go see the FedEx guy. I got a generator coming in, and I was going to have to sign for it. Thankfully, my wife is showing back up, so she can handle that. All right. Well, thanks for stopping by. We'll check on you on the 73 round, Ron. And thanks for dropping in today. All right, let's go to Willie, just to the south of me. KJ5BWB. Good morning, Willie. Your turn for the Flyers. I'm not hearing Willie, and I've got him. Usually I get him strong on Georgia. Is anyone picking him up?
He's on the SDR. I lost him. K4YDB back to net.
Okay, Willie, if you've got an answer to the question, go ahead and put it on the AIM window. Oh, sorry, we lost you there. Yeah, I'm having a problem here with my SDR locking up. Let's go to another visitor, KC0 Whiskey Tango Don in Kansas. Your turn for the Flyers, Don.
Colorado this week, 3,200 feet and 60 degrees.
Wow, what a nice signal, Don. I got you direct on my hex beam here, so nicely done. All right, well we'll check on you on the 73 round, see if you're there, and if you have any final comments. So thanks for joining us today. All right, the last one I have on my list is Don from Oregon, KK7CZD, and Don, are you with us this morning for the Flyers? Your turn, N5BE.
Comment.
Okay, I'm hearing nothing. Anyone else hearing him? I got both SDRs up, and I got nothing.
No, nothing, but as a comment, there's a check-in out there.
W6WAY, K1DLB, were you checking in, Jim? Okay, Leon, I got him loud and clear. That's Jim out in Corona.
Okay, very good. All right, we'll move off of Don here. And I see we've got Brian, KM6Z X-Ray in Irving, California. Good morning, Brian.
I think he turned it back, Lee. He said just good morning.
Okay, yeah, I lost him completely there. The band sounds like it's starting to slip. All right, next up, James out there in Corona, W6WAY. Your turn, James. Good morning. Okay, Jim. Well, I'm glad you woke up for the net. And if you got any coyote problems, I can lease out my Great Pyrenees. She likes to kill coyotes. She's good at it. All right, very good. Let's see. We're at the bottom of the list. Have I missed anybody? Have I missed anybody? Come now, over. Do we have any other visitors that would like to join the net this morning? Call now. Okay, nothing heard. Let's go back up to the question. And I'm just going to go ahead right to the answer here and eliminate the others. So the question was, in the 1930s, that was the so-called golden era of aviation. And let me kill the SDR. There we go. Much better. So that period saw a lot of advancements in design and performance. Which aircraft from that era saw combat in the opening stages of World War II for the USAF? The answer is the Boeing P-26A. A lot of you got that. That was in the Philippines. There were a number of squadrons still flying that aircraft. They were gradually being replaced in the inventory by P-35s, P-36s, and eventually P-40s. There was a squadron of those in the Philippine Air Force and they actually got a number of kills, including bombers and even Zeros, an airplane that completely outmatched them. The P-26 was the first fighter, or back in those days, pursuit aircraft that was an all-metal design, and the first monoplane. And just a point of history, that thing flew in foreign Air Force right up through the mid-50s. Can you imagine that? So Delta was the answer on that one. Now the bonus question, the Douglas B-26 Dragon was designed that came from the latter part of the Golden Era. It was a light to medium bomber that was an attempt to improve upon the Douglas B-10. What mission did it serve in World War II? Well, interesting. I didn't know this until I did a little research. Jimmy Doolittle actually considered this airplane for the raid on Tokyo, but it was discounted because the wingspan is too long and they wouldn't be able to fit it on the carrier. So that's why they went to the B-25. The airplane, the B-23, really was an interim design that technology just swept right by it with the B-25 and the B-26. But it was innovative in that it was the first bomber that the Air Force flew that had a completely retracted and encased landing gear in flight, and the first completely enclosed tail gunner. So I saw a B-23 at Monterey Airport. There was a blue one and blue and white one there for many years. It sat there derelict, and then one day it was just gone. Apparently they came in, got it airworthy enough to ferry it, and they flew that thing out. But a lot of them flew as VIP transports, predating business jets. So there you go. And no, they weren't used as gunnery targets. That Tonopah, I couldn't resist the Tonopah one there. So I almost got Bob to bite on it. All right, so that's today's question, and thanks for letting me provide it. A little bit of aviation history there on two aircraft that maybe weren't so well known, but did serve in various capacities during the war. All right, let's go to the top of the line. I know John has already checked out. W5PIX, Cliff, your turn. 73 round, Cliff.
Hey, Roger's on that there, Lee. Well, I knew I didn't know anything about it, so, yeah, I definitely missed it big time there, so, no problem. But, anyways, everybody have a very good day, and, I will not be on Echo Link, so I figure out how to get it back on this computer. So, 7-3s, everyone. Make the best of Sunday. And we will be starting early in the morning. Got to do our circling homes down here at 5 a.m. So everybody have a very good day. We'll catch y'all later. W5PIX down here in Bullberry, Texas. Back to net control. Thanks again, Lee, for running the net. And it was a good question.
Okay, Cliff, I think you just turned it. So 73 to you, and see you tomorrow. W5OG, Dale, thanks again for all the help, and I appreciate it. And I enjoyed the motorhome story. W5OG, your turn, Dale. 73.
Okay. All right, Lee. Well, thank you very much for doing the net for Jack. And yeah, like everyone has said, we sure hope that Jack gets feeling well soon. Gets over this flu, whatever it is. So anyway, 7-3, everybody have a great day. We'll see you perhaps on Echo Link. Thanks, Lee, for doing the net. Back to you, N5BE, W5OG.
Okay, very good, Dale. Yeah, I'm having trouble with the SCR, so excuse me for that dead air there. Yeah, I hope he's better tomorrow. We'll see if he's on. All right, Carl, K7GJO, I am going to send that note to Bob. Oh my gosh, it's a true story, and it had a funny ending, but it wasn't funny when it began. So you're up, Carl. 73 round M5BE.
Okay, Lee. Yeah, I'll be looking forward to seeing that. Two comments. One on the weather out here. For all the people that are still suffering from triple digits, it snowed on the mountain passes last night. XYL had to put a blanket on the bed. And when I came out here to the shack this morning, I had to turn on my heater, and there was frost on all the roofs. So when I call this the frozen tundra of northern Nevada, you know why. It seems like it's just always cold. The other one is a true story. It's a true door story. And my second career as a Washoe County deputy sheriff, working swing shift south one evening, and I had Chaplain 1 riding with me as a ride-along. We went to Code 7, which is dinner time. We come out, and true story, if I'm lying, may God strike me a glancing blow. There's a blonde lady trying to unlock the door for her BMW, and she's pushing the button on the key, and pushing the button, and pushing the button, and getting all frustrated because this door will not open on her BMW. And Chaplain Tim, as an aside, he's also an extra class ham and a VEC. I took my general and extra class test from him. He walks over and asks if he can help her out, and she says, I can't get this door to open no matter what I do. He said, well, let me see your key for a second. He hands him the key. He puts it in a slot on the side of the door, twists it, reaches down, and opens the door. True story, guys. Hey, 73, everybody have a fantastic day, and we'll try this again tomorrow. N5BE DM7GJO.
Okay, Carl. No, I believe it. I've ridden out with the Arlington PD and with Dallas PD, and don't get me started on police stories. Almost all of those are true as well. So, all right, Carl, we'll see you tomorrow. Next up, our commander, K1BOB, Delta Delta. Well done, Bob. So, 73 round.
Okay, K1BOB, and good morning again to all the flyers. Very good, Leon. Well, you made my head hurt with that one, but you got me thinking. It entrapped me and surrounded me. Anyway, let's see, in the news here, COVID is still around. My next door neighbor and his wife had it, and the neighbor across the street. Well, they're both volunteer firemen, and it turns out the whole Lourdes Ranch volunteer fire department got COVID. And the reason? Well, my next door neighbor, I like to, never mind, he is what it is. And he likes to do the training at his nice house there, and every Saturday I see the volunteers over there. But apparently they were doing resuscitation training, and you can only imagine with a resuscita Annie, it's like a fake body where you blow into it and do resuscitation. And I guess they weren't cleaning the mouth or doing it right. They all caught. Everyone that was at that training event caught COVID. So, yeah, it's not funny, but it's still around, so just be aware of that. Get your shots there, and old Dr. Fauci there. Yeah, beloved Dr. Fauci, who was on again and off again and lied, and oh well, he caught West Nile virus. I'm sorry for that. He was hospitalized and recovering now, but I don't know what the right word is, maybe sitting. But there you go. And he's getting up there. He retired, I think, a couple of years ago, but boy, he must have been 80 when he was still working, so he was consumed with that job. Anyway, that's all I have here. Looking forward to seeing everybody tomorrow. We enjoyed your question there. Leon, thank you very much for doing that. I can't wait to receive your email. I don't know, I've heard stories of falling into sewers and that sort of thing here, and that's okay. Just watch your language. K1BOB, back to you.
Yeah, K1DOP. Yeah, that was the night I lost my machine gunners. Oh my gosh, why me? So I still had my radio man though, and I called back on the radio and I said, I'm going back looking for him. Don't get trigger happy. Yeah, I remember that one. So all right, I'll send you the question today. It's going to be a busy afternoon here, but I'll try to get it done. All right, next up, Charlie, K4YDB, 73 round, Charlie, and thanks for doing the stream, and appreciate it.
N5B K4YDB. Well, thanks for picking up the net for Jack today. I hope he gets to feeling better. But it's a good net, an interesting question. Did enjoy it. Anyway, 73s, everybody. Everybody have a good day, and we will try this again tomorrow. K4YDB, back to net.
All right, Charlie, thank you, 73. All right, Joe, boy, you were strong. W5ABI, 73 round, Joe.
W5ABI. Yeah, good question. We're still pushing 15 over here, Lee. So conditions are really good. I've only had to use the SDR maybe once or twice. Anyhow, good net. Thanks for rolling it. 73 is all the flyers. N5BE, W5ABI.
All right, Joe, 73. We'll see you tomorrow. All right, Brian, down in San Antonio. 73 round, Brian. I'm going to have to go to the SDR for you. I hope I don't mess it up. WB5DRI, N5BE.
Okay, Lee, N5BE, WB5DRI. Well, good net, Lee, and thanks again for running it, and enjoyed the questions this morning. So 73s to all the flyers. Back to net, WB5DRI. Thanks, Lee.
All right, Brian, 73. Always enjoy working with you on questions. So I'm an endless repository for useless information. All right, next up, Mike out there in Anthem, KQ60, 73 round, Mike. Okay, Mike, it just took a fade on me there. I think you charged it, so we'll see you Tuesday. 73 to you. All right, Chris, KS5KY, you were pretty strong with me from Bowling Green. 73 around, Chris. Okay, Chris, thank you. All right, I don't know, but let's try KC0LKV. Your turn if you're still there. 73 around. Okay, I got nothing heard here. Mo, let's go on to Mo. KD0RSA. Your turn, Mo. 73 round. Okay, Mo, love the story. That's good stuff. All right, very good, and we'll see you the next time. Yeah, don't be a stranger. Come on back. All right, next up, WW5ENZ helping out on that logger, and my tutor for net logger. Your turn, Mike. 73 round.
Okay, N5BE, WW5ENZ. Yeah, it's been a great net, a lot of fun, and I haven't had to use the SDR very much either. In fact, Lee, I got you like a 5.5, 5.7 sometimes, and I picked up Dale and just pretty much everybody. So anyway, it's been a great net. I'm gonna say 73s, everybody, and we'll probably catch you tomorrow. WW5ENZ, back to net, and 73s all.
Okay, Mike, 73, and thanks again for your help. All right, November 6th, RAM. Boy, I love that call. Ron, your turn if you're still there. Okay, he must have moved on. Let's see, Willie, I think I saw him checked out in the aim window, so let's just see if he's still there. KJ5BWB, your turn, Willie. No response. We'll check with Willie tomorrow. All right, let's see. KC0WTT, Don and Kansas. Your turn, Don. Okay, no response. I can't hear anything from him. Let's try Don again in Oregon. KK7CZD. I don't think we got him the last time, or if we did, I could not hear him. Your turn, Don, if you're still there. I have nothing here. All right, let's go on to Brian. KN6ZX. Your turn, Brian. Is he talking? I can't hear anything.
Nothing heard in Idaho, K1BOB.
Okay, the band has really shifted. Let's see if James is still there. W6WAY, your turn, James. 73 round. Okay, I think you turned it, James. 73 to you. Have I missed anybody? Or is any last-minute check-ins to the Air Force's Flyers Club Net? Call now.
KD4MEZ.
There was a KG4. Could you say your name and location, please?
KD4MEZ. The name is Dominic.
Good morning, Dominic. You've landed on the Air Force's Flyers Club Net. What do you have for us this morning?
I'm in Lincoln, Nebraska. Am I okay?
Yeah, you're 5'9" with me down here in Texas. Go ahead.
I'm just browsing the 20-meter band and just trying to make the contact.
Well, you sound great. You've landed on the Air Force's Flyers Club Net. We're a collection of veterans who served our country in military aviation. And were you a veteran, Dominic?
Unfortunately, no. I would probably not pass the physical.
Well, we're glad you landed here. We love having visitors. We meet here every day at 10 o'clock Central Time, 1500 Zulu, and you're welcome to join us any day and participate with us if you would like. We also have a website, airforcesflyersclub.org, if you want to take a look at who we are and what we do. So thanks for coming in this morning, Dominic, and don't be a stranger. Come on back if you'd like.
I will do that. What's your call and where are you located?
Yeah, my call is November 5, Bravo Echo. I'm in Arlington, Texas. The name is Lee, Lima Echo Echo. And I'm the fill-in net control for today, and we have rotating basis, for net controls throughout the week. And I picked it up today because one of our members was ill. So good morning to you, and check us out, and come on back, Dominic. All right, well, we'll break with KD4MEZ, and anybody else out there that wants to check in now. Okay, nothing heard. I think we're getting close to the witching hour here, so let's go ahead and shut it down. I really enjoyed filling in for Jack today, and thanks for everyone's patience. And I think at least from my end down here in Texas, it was a pretty good net. So I enjoyed filling in today. So with that, we'll say 73, everyone. We'll pick it up tomorrow. And Bob, I'm going to get on my computer in the kitchen and send that email before I get too involved. Good morning to everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow. This net is now closed, and we're turning the frequency back over to normal amateur radio use. This is November 5, Bravo Echo, Lee in Arlington, Texas. 73.